Hey, I'm back with another car video. As always, please make sure you subscribe and that you are getting my Monday email newsletter from my website, rachelwonderland.com, and you can download my 16 things I'd want if I got dementia poster for free while you're at it. Today's episode is about a topic that a lot of people don't love chatting about, which is the H word, hospice. When do you know when it's time to transition a person living with dementia into hospice? A lot of people think hospice and they think like, oh, the person has to go somewhere. And that's not necessarily true. In fact, for the most part, hospice companies will come to your house where your loved one is, or they will go into the dementia care community or assisted living or what have you and visit your loved one. So the real answer here is probably before you're comfortable with the concept of hospice. That's probably the time for hospice. I just talked with a woman about this yesterday on a great new app called Clubhouse. If you have an iPhone and you want to download the Clubhouse app, you can join my group called Dementia Conversations, where we talk about this kind of stuff. It's free. It's pretty cool. And this woman said, I talked to our family physician about hospice, and he said, well, I don't think your mom's ready for hospice yet. Another caregiver chimed in and said, you know what? Our family doctor said the same thing. I knew better, went to a hospice company and got my mom on hospice. Family physicians, they can't know everything. Like, their specialty is not dementia. They can't be an expert at dementia. And the decline and progression in dementia is really different than if someone has like chronic heart failure or COPD or something like that. So people will wait and go, oh, well, my so-and-so was on hospice and they looked like this, but this person with dementia looks totally fine, or, they look about the same as they did before. They're just sleeping more. They're just not eating as much. They don't seem to take pleasure in much anymore. These kinds of signs. They're going, well, it's just a sign of dementia. And it is. But that could also be like a flashing red light that it's time to look into a hospice company. So the short answer is probably before you're even really comfortable with the idea. People hear hospice though and they freak out because they're like, well, I don't want my loved one to die. Why do I want to put them on hospice? Hospice means we're not doing any life-saving measures. So we're not taking this person to the hospital, et cetera, et cetera. But this is a good thing. Hospice is a wonderful program. It's free for you, paid for by Medicare, and you can get pretty much whatever you want. So if you're like, oh, we need a hospital bed, it'll be there tomorrow. We need adult briefs, we need wipes, we need gloves. It'll be on your doorstep in a couple hours. It is a great program. I've had personal experience with it. I've had professional experience with it. And anytime I helped a family get a loved one into hospice, in the beginning, they were like, whoa, I don't think it's time for hospice. They'd get the loved one on hospice. The loved one would do so well on hospice that they would be ready to like leave hospice, like graduate from hospice care because they were doing so well. And the family would come to me and say, hey, we want to keep mom on hospice because she's getting excellent care. We got counseling through hospice. We have this music volunteer. I mean, they have a lot of great resources. So the short answer is look into it before you think it's time. And the worst case scenario is hospice says to you, oh, they're not ready for hospice yet. Okay. Well, then we try again in 6 months. We try again in a year, whatever. No harm, no foul. I hope that this helps you a little bit today. And by the way, if you're thinking, Rachel, it's April, why are you wearing a winter sweater? It's because I live in Western Pennsylvania and it's literally snowing right now. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Share this video with a friend. And a great book for you to check out is Dr. Ann Kenny's Making Tough Decisions during End-of-Life Care in Dementia. I probably messed up that title. But if you look up Ann Kenny, Kenny, she's also with Johns Hopkins University Press and has a lot of information on this specific topic. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.